So hey everyone guys, I'm Swapnil from ACM Student Chapter IITSM Dhanbad, and in this video I will be discussing the problem A, Acacious and String of the Codeforces round 657, which is rated for division 2. This div 2 round was a bit difficult than other div 2 rounds, so no problem, I'll just skip to the problem statement part. Okay, so we have a guy Acacious and he's studying string theory and he came up with a certain problem, and I'll brief out the problem. In this problem we are having a string S and it's of length n, and it's having some lowercase English letters and some question marks, and here there's a possibility to replace question marks with some other lowercase English letters in such a way that a string this ABA CABA, which is a pattern, occurs as a substring in the resulting string exactly once. So basically what we are understanding by this problem statement, basically we are given a string S and I'll have to replace the question marks in the string S in such a way that after replacing all the question marks in the string, the resultant string will contain only a single occurrence of this pattern as a substring. Okay, so without any delay I'll move to the explanation part. Okay, so what we have here is, as told earlier, that we are given a pattern T which is ABA CABA and a string S with some English letters, lowercase letters and a question mark, and our task is to put some letters in place of these question marks such that the resultant string will contain only one occurrence of the pattern T as substring, as explained earlier. So I'll move to the funda part. So I'll be solving this problem in certain steps. So basically these steps will help in a better understanding of this problem. So at first we will have a check on the number of occurrences of the pattern T is equals to ABA CABA, and we will have to check the number of occurrences of this particular pattern in my string S, and I'll have to check if it is 1 or not. If yes, if the number of occurrences of that pattern in my given string is already 1, then we will just have to replace all those question marks with some particular letter which will prevent any other occurrence of that pattern. That's only why I wrote here that if this condition is true, then we will just put a letter D, and D is not present in this pattern, or we can also replace it with Z or any other letter which is not present in this pattern, and I'm doing it so as to prevent any other occurrences of that pattern in my resultant string, and we are done. We will just replace out these question marks with some other letter, and we will get our result, and we will fulfill our task, which is replacing all the question marks with certain letters, and the final string will be having only a single occurrence of this pattern. So we will just print out our resultant string and we are done. We will just return it or exit my function over here. And if it's not the case, if the number of occurrence of this particular pattern in my string is not 1, that is, we are not initially having any occurrence of this particular pattern in my string, but we are having a set of question marks which can be potentially converted into this particular pattern. So we will loop over all the potential candidates or all the potential indices, which is I is equals to 0 to n minus 7, which can mark as the beginning of this particular pattern in the resultant string. So basically what is I here? I is marking the beginning, or I will be the beginning position of my pattern T in the resultant string. And if this thing is yes, if I am having some particular I which can be marked as the start or the beginning of my this pattern, then we will just have to check if replacing all the question marks with this particular T as in if I am starting my pattern from I and I'll replace that set of question marks after getting the resultant string if the resultant string is having only a single occurrence of this particular pattern. If yes, then I've got our answer, right? If this is the case, then obviously the task is fulfilled, that we have replaced all the question marks with certain letters, and my resultant string is only having a single occurrence of that particular pattern. But if it is not the case, then we will check for some different I. Obviously we will check for other potential I values, and if it is not possible for any potential I values, that is if it is not possible for any I is equals to 0 to n minus 7 to form a pattern from this position, and at the same time having the count or the number of occurrence of this particular pattern as 1 in the resultant string, then my answer will become no. So the time complexity of this particular algorithm will be O of n square, and this will easily run without giving any TLE. You can see the constants, and I think this is pretty much it about the algorithm part. I'll move to the code to have a better understanding of the code with you. So here you can see at first I have taken the number of the length of the string as input and the string as input, and as explained earlier we have checked if it is having the count of the number of occurrences of that particular pattern T. Here I have written const string T, and this is my pattern, and in this function contains I have checked if the number of occurrence of this pattern in my string S is 1 or not. It's a very basic code. I have just iterated through all the positions I is equal to 0 to n minus 1, and I have seen if the substring of length 7 from a particular I position is equals ABA CABA or not. If it is yes, then I have done count plus plus, and at last I have checked if the value of count is 1 or not, which means the number of occurrence of this particular pattern in my string is 1 or not. And if it is yes, then if it is true, then I have just print cout yes, and I have processed my string S in such a way, here you can see the process function, in such a way that wherever my string value is question mark, I have printed D in the output, and if it is not the case, then I have printed cout S of I, the value at that position only. And if it is not the case, if the number of occurrence is not equals to 1, then in that case, as explained earlier, I have looped through all the potential values of I, which is I is equals to 0 to n minus 7, and I have taken a dummy or an extra string str so as to change the value of S in my succeeding code, and at the same time not affect the value of S for the upcoming iterations. And I have checked for all the values of j is equals to 0 to 7, and I have checked if we can form or we can mark the beginning of that particular pattern from I. And how can we do that? Obviously, if my value at I plus j is not equals to a question mark, and my value at I plus j is also not T of j. T is my pattern. So what is this part? This part is basically checking if it is not possible to form a particular pattern from which can be started or which can begin from that particular I. If it is not the case, then we will just mark this flag as false and we will break this. And if this is not the case, then we will just change this string value at I plus j, and we will put it T of j. So when is this statement affecting my string? Basically, if my value at I plus j is a question mark, then we are making the value at I plus j as the value of j in my particular pattern. So basically, I am making this thing. We are starting with this position I, and till the 7th position, I am making all the values as equals to the pattern, and if we cannot do that, I am making flag as false and I am breaking this loop. And finally, for each I am checking if my flag is true or not, and if my flag is true, if I can mark that particular I as the beginning of my pattern, and at the same time the number of occurrence of the pattern in my string str, which is the resultant string formed by taking I as the beginning of the particular pattern. And if both are true, then I'll just see out yes, and I'll process the string, and I'll just process the string, and I will replace all the remaining question marks with some letter, which so as to prevent any other occurrence of that particular pattern in my resultant string. And if it is not the case, then I'll just see out a no, and this is pretty much it. And you can see this code is accepted over Codeforces. Okay, so this is pretty much it from my side, and keep coding, and do like, subscribe and share this with your friends. Thank you so much.